That's it. Namaste, party people in the place to be. Eman'on Wanderer here. just get straight to the point. I'm a little perplexed at the moment because I feel I'm gonna talk about America. America, America, America. I'm trying to say it within the first minute so it can go viral and everything. So get all the attention on this video because I'm really wanting to share my heart about the country that I was born and raised in, man. And it's also associated with like family. At the moment, I'm 47 years old and disconnected, detached from the family that I've known and loved all my life, my blood relatives. I have just very little contact with them, and it's nothing about some big war or anything, no problems or nothing like that. I love my family. It's just, this is where we are, you know what I mean? Seasons and reasons for everything. And so I look at that, and even though there were things within my family structure growing up, and experiences that I didn't like and that were hurtful and harmful, and a lot of things that I didn't understand, even a lot of family members that I didn't understand, and just withstood a lot of pain. My words, not facts, my words and feelings. And I look at that and I still go back to the fact that my belief with family and what I was taught is that family stays together no matter what, regardless. I always was taught that. I always saw that in other cultures and other friend groups and societies and things like that. I always understood that. Like, I understood family is important. Family is like solid. Like, that has to be solid. Even knowing the imperfections, like even believing that family has to be solid, and knowing that there's imperfections within individuals that are sometimes unethical, immoral, right? I don't want to get into the depth of that, but most of you, if you know my story, and if you know most stories of young people, so knowing that kind of experience can happen within a family structure and still have that family member still be in the family unit, that sets a message that you, no matter what, whoever's right or whoever's wrong, you don't leave family. You don't embarrass the family. You don't disrespect the family. You're loyal to family. All right. Now see where I'm going with this. I'm associating this. I'm gonna associate this or make, anyway. You know what I'm going. So family is everything. And you're not to do. You're to respect. You may not like, but you're to respect the family unit and the archetypes in the family. You're to respect that. And for me, I've seen that prominent in a lot of different cultures too, where it's just like, no, it's the respect for the family. So now when I say America, to me, is my family, I'm saying that I'm loyal to my family. Even in with the individuals, with the groups, with the systems, organizations that can sometimes have counterproductive behavior that represents the highest good of the family. that still does not mean I go out and embarrass and disrespect the family in front of company. That's not what that means. I know better. I was taught family deal with family issues, not in front of company. And it's not about it's not about fronting and, well, kind of sort of, right? There's it's a slippery slope, because it's like it's not that you want to be fake, and perform and put on a mask in front of people, but you also don't want to embarrass or disrespect the family. So there, you just got to kind of use discernment there. But what I'm saying is that there's a time and a freaking place for everything. It really is a time and a place for everything. And if you individually feel like it's the time and the place for you, you know what? I'm gonna go live. I thought about going live, but nope, I'm gonna just stay with this flow right here. Because what I'm really wanting to land is that my heart is heavy with compassion, not with conviction or guilt or anything else. I've learned my lesson to not carry the cares of the world. I care about the world. I just don't carry the cares of the world anymore. I've released that. So I'm good with having compassion. And that's why my heart gets heavy, because I care about the cares and the concerns of the world outside of me. And this is what I mean by a family being loyal and being of love. It's because even in the midst of my crucible and in feeling like, because I felt like my family, quote unquote, America, the systems, I felt like it was against me. Why is my family against me? And it's like, nah, man. Family's not against you. Family's against the wall just like you. Your family's against the wall too. Each individual member is against the wall. And that's what life is about, being against the wall, feet planted, and forge your way. Or find a path and follow. But I really always talk to the foragers. There's some of you who are just foragers, man. Some people are on the field playing the game, and the majority of the people are in the stands watching. Why do you think that is? Why do you think there's more observers of the sport than there are actual members and associates of the sports? We want to watch life transfold so that we can decide whether to forge or follow. That's what I believe. It's like I'm watching life, watching my favorite passion, my favorite athlete, entertainer, movie, actor, whatever, watching whatever my favorite thing is. I watch it. Then I have my commentary, right? My opinion, my beliefs, I strip it away. I observe it, take it in, and I strip it away. And I decide whether to follow this path. Because some of them are to be followed. Or am I to forge this path? So for example, for me, when it comes to like this, shaman and leadership. Even though that is me, I love following the paths and footsteps of those that I really admire, like the Mujis and the Reverend Ikes and the Bishop Carlton Pearsons and the Dr. Miles Monroe, like Wayne Dyer, Les Brown. These, like, I can follow them, I can follow their path. But then there's like the thing with like healthcare, where it's like, no, I gotta forge something new here, because this, you see what I'm saying? See the difference in my energy? It's like either way, I'm still a leader. I'm still a leader who can follow and forge. It's just that I know and I'm intentional about what to do with my leadership and what to do with my energy. I know as a leader that to be guided is just as significant as guiding. It's just as significant. To be guided as a leader is just as important to being the guide. And so I just I'm just saying, man, like, I just think, guys, if you were born and raised in America, just go off of that for one moment. Just strip away everything you know and what you think you know and what you believe and just about this country. Just think of it. Imagine. Understand the fact that there was trillions and trillions of opportunities and other I don't know, people. Sperm, right? There's trillions trying to get. And you won that number one spot. You won. I won. We got here. We're already designed. We are already built to champion a crucible. That was a race of trillions. And you got through. I got through. So think of that for a second. And then think of the fact that you had a country that you were born into. It's not about, again, I'm not talking about choice. I'm not talking about whatever the plans were or why, who brought you here. The fact is that you won a race, and now you're landing in a place where grace is needed. So you won the race to land in a place that is in need of grace. There we go. That's why you're here. I won the race to be born in this place that needs grace. That's why I was born in America. That's why you were born in America, to offer grace and receive grace for the fact that you won the race. You see what I'm saying? We've all were against something, and we're against the wall. But we're all here. We're all here. That's all I'm saying. You can have your opinions. You can be upset, pissed off. That's part of being in America. You goober. It's part of being in the family. Get pissed off at your brother. Get pissed off at your sister. Get pissed off at your parents. It's part of being in a family. You're not obligated. You are not obligated. What am I not obligated for? You're not obligated to live someone else's life. I say, yeah, be pissed off at them. But still, just because their behavior is counterproductive doesn't mean you take on the same counterproductive behavior. When I tell you I love you and you do something to hurt me, I still love you. Like, it doesn't remove the love. We're still family. And it takes as long as it takes to work out what needs to be worked out for us to have the grace. Right? Sometimes that's space. Give me space and I'll give you grace. Okay. But does it have to be bitterness? Does it have to be conniving? Because don't sip that poison. If you agree to have space and grace, even though you were wounded, then you have to honor and you have to behave in a way of someone that's offering grace, extending grace. You can't extend grace and then behave like someone that's still in vengeance and griping. You can't do that. You can, but it looks stupid and obvious to people who are really, to people like me who are really just I don't know, just it's people who ain't trying to play games, man. That's all I'm trying. I guess that's the words. I'm trying to find the words for relatability. But yeah, like to people who aren't here to play games and manipulate and misconstrue, like that stuff looks very obvious, and it's okay, man. It's okay. And when you guys who I'm talking to, if you see it, point it out. Point it out to the person, because they may, again, we're here, right? You won the race to be in this place to extend grace. All right? So you have to have grace when you encounter idiots, or when you encounter your loved one doing and not behaving in their highest ability. Still gotta have grace. But the reason your grace feels like rage is because look at how much grace you extend yourself. How do you treat yourself when you fail, when you miss the mark? How much grace, what does that grace look like? Because if grace looks like you being a hard-ass head coach getting after the athletes, then guess what? Your grace is going to look like that towards someone else. If you make a mistake and you're just like, oh man, I could do better, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? When I make a mistake, how you think you're going to act? How you going to act? Exactly like that. I'm not playing, man. I'm so sick. I'm so tired of disrespectful family members in this country. I'm tired of it. Oh, what are you gonna do about it? This is what I'm gonna do about it. I'm gonna be a loyal family member, and I'm gonna express how I feel about it and still go about my business. What you expect me to do about it? You see what I'm saying? Guys, let's get this right, man. Today, I just learned that today's this Lionsgate portal, this 8/8, August 8th, 2026. I don't know what time it is. It's a little after 4 p.m. here, Hawaii Standard Time. And I'm saying this today, man, and I'm going to say this and just put it out as it is. I'm not even going to edit it, man. I don't care. I care, but this isn't promoting anything. This has always been my brand. This has always been it. It's always been about self-mastery for me. How can I get better? How can I get to a place where I'm celebrating my individual victories? That's all. Because I know when I'm at my best, when my nervous system is regulated, oh man, the world is blessed. When I'm at my best, the world is blessed. I believe that. And I've proven that to myself. And I have data to show. So, I love you. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You enjoy the rest of your day. You need anything, holla at your boy. Alright? Now go behave.